Freestyle Travel. Hey everybody, welcome to the Freestyle Travel Show. It's the 50th show. Can't believe we made it this far. I can believe it, because I'm here right now, doing it. I'm your host, Kenny Flannery, and yeah, pretty cool. I literally just realized that as the music started playing. I was like, oh yeah, this is number 50. Freaking sweet. Alright, so I'm going to tell you about my trip hitchhiking from Mississippi to Florida and getting to Puerto Rico, where I am now. First time in Puerto Rico. Pretty cool. I'm actually really liking it. Got some really beautiful pictures coming out if you want to follow Instagram, at uberhobolifestyle. And I've only just begun. It's going to get even better from here. I think I've been here a week. Definitely a few days. Yeah, there's a lot to talk about in this episode. Besides that, I wanted to brief you guys on the Kickstarter I've been doing and the show Hopping, the backpack and beer adventure. I'm really excited about it. Really excited about it. If you didn't listen to the show 2 episodes ago, I kind of got into it. Basically, my buddy I've known since 4th grade who's been in the film industry for about the last 10 years, basically 8, 9, 10 years, something like that. We've always talked about doing some kind of filming together related to travel, and then beer came into the picture, so we're going to do the show hitchhiking around, traveling around between breweries, going to friends' places, couch surfing, home brewing, basically just highlighting alternative, freestyle travel culture and beer culture, all the way from home brewing to professional brewing. And fermenting a beer in our backpack. That's going to be a fun little thing I'm going to try to do on the show. I've got this kind of new versatile yeast that I can actually carry around in my backpack, and it can handle temperature swings, this and that. So, yeah, that'll be a part of the show too. But the Kickstarter we are running right now until December 6th to raise funds for the camera, the audio equipment, things like this. That's running, right now until December 6th. So if you want to get involved in that, that would be awesome, because we got out to a hot start in the first couple days and raised about half the funding in, a couple days. And then it kind of stalled out. That's what Kickstarters sort of do. They get jumped up in the beginning and flatten out and get a little bump towards the end usually, in my experience. But we could definitely use any of the support coming from you guys that you would like, anything from a few bucks to a few hundred, if you're so keen, or even more than that. Whatever you'd like to do. Basically, in exchange for helping us out, we're sending postcards from the road, giving shout-outs. I'm kind of looking forward to the postcard thing, because we'll just be drinking beers and writing you guys personal little notes from, who knows, Vegas, Phoenix, California, wherever we may be, whatever brewery we might be at. So, yeah. Look, I'll put a link in the description here, and get involved, and look for the YouTube channel, the Hopping Backpacking Beer Adventure YouTube channel. I'll link to that as well, and give that a subscribe, because I've already started posting some videos in there. Just I'm calling it sort of the pre-season, so we'll be posting videos even before the true season starts, and some behind the scenes stuff. So jump on that YouTube channel. Jump on the Kickstarter, and let's make that happen. We got, what is today? The 25th. So, I don't know, we got 10 days, 11 days, something like that to make this happen. So, yeah, any support? Awesome. So, that's that. Not much else to say, you guys. I just want to jump right into the story, because it was kind of a chill little trip, getting from Mississippi onward to Miami. So let me play that little theme music, and we'll jump into this. Let's do it. All right, so I was in Mississippi for a little bit, getting some beers together, brewing some beers, and then getting that beer show rolling, getting that Kickstarter going. So I was pretty excited to finally get on the road. One more thing about the beer show. We got our first brewery, actually. Able Baker Brewery is going to let us film in Vegas, and I'm really excited for that. I haven't tried any of their beers, but it looks amazing. And Vegas is not really known for being a beer town, or it hasn't been. I guess that's all changing. So this brewery looks really cool. Their tap list looks amazing. Reviews look stellar. And they're all in. So that'll be our first one. But anyways, back to the story. So I was doing stuff like that, messaging people like that in Mississippi. And then, it was time to go. My buddy actually got me a plane ticket to Puerto Rico. He was going in Mississippi. He's going with his fam. And actually, I managed to find the plane ticket. It was $34, I think, $34 and change, something like that, give or take $1 from Miami to San Juan. It's a hell of a good price for a plane ticket. So I was like, that's worth me hitchhiking to Miami to save some money, even though it wasn't my money, it's his money. I was gonna do that, and he gave me a boost out of town, gave me a ride to a little bit past Mobile, Alabama, about an hour ride. So hit the road feeling fresh. I had a shower, laundry, got a haircut that morning. Actually, it's good to go. Feeling pretty good. Had a buffet. Friend took me to a buffet right before we left, so pretty much firing on all cylinders there. Hitting the road, and by the way, there's a new video up of the story I'm about to tell you too on YouTube on the Hobo Lifestyle channel, so you can watch what I'm about to tell you about as well. Hit the road pretty late actually. By the time I actually was on the highway, walking down the highway with my thumb out, it was maybe like 4 o'clock or something, 4 p.m. And it's wintertime, so it gets dark around 5 or 6. So I did manage to get a ride before it got dark. This guy dropped me off in Pensacola, at which point it was dark. So kind of hard to hitchhike at dark, so I took a stop into a Denny's just to sit down, chill out, ponder my options, look for some stealth camping spots. I do stuff like that a lot, just go and get a coffee in a place like a Denny's or an IHOP or whatever. It's just unlimited coffee. Sometimes I've just stayed up through the night doing something like that. If the weather's been pretty bad or whatever, I'll just stay up as long as I can in the Denny's, getting refill after refill, poking around on the computer, trying to stay up. So I wasn't trying to stay up all night there, but just trying to hang out and get my bearings a little bit. So I did that. I marked some potential stealth camping spots, and I found a brewery within walking distance that was a little bit out of the way, but in the general direction towards the bridge out of Pensacola, where there seemed to be some woods. And I walked about 30 odd minutes to get there just to find a big "coming soon" sign, and the brewery was not actually open. So that was kind of a bummer. But I found another bar, another 45 minutes walking up the road, just a regular old sports bar. And when I go to a regular old bar, I get a regular old cheap beer. PBR is my go-to, just basically whatever's cheapest. That's how I drink beer. I just get whatever the cheapest thing is, or I get the absolute best thing. So I'm spending anywhere from $1 to $10 for some crazy barrel-aged stout or something. That's just how I roll. But this was a 2 PBR night. Walked out, and then I found a pretty good camp spot near the train tracks, near the waves, kind of crashing by the bridge. So it was pretty good. It was a little bit cold, not too bad, above freezing. Woke up, walked down the train tracks, got to the bridge, waited a while on the bridge, but hitched a ride from this brother and sister. They got me up the road a little bit, I-10. I'm not even sure what the town was. And started walking on the highway there until a state trooper came. Told me I wasn't allowed to walk on the highway. Every state's different, whether it's legal or not, and every cop's different, whether they actually want to take the time to do such a meaningless thing as tell a hitchhiker to get off the road. Sometimes they get phone calls. I don't blame them, I blame the people making the phone calls. They're driving by like, there's a guy on the road. He looks sketchy. He needs help. I don't know what they say, but I've heard that before. Like, we keep getting calls about you. So, whatever. I could go off on how these people, instead of making a call, could just stop and pick me up, but that's a whole nother rant. But anyways, he drove me back to the truck stop, and I waited at the on-ramp there where he said I'd be okay to be there, and did get a ride from a truck. An awesome guy. I got to message that guy. I keep forgetting to message him back. Yeah, this guy was really cool. And he was going all the way basically to Orlando. And I was aiming for Tampa first to see a friend before getting to Miami. So he got me an hour shy of Tampa when he had to turn off. And again, it was dark when he dropped me off. So I still tried because I was just an hour away, and it was relatively early, 8 o'clock-ish or something like that. And just no luck, and the rain kept sweeping in and out, and I kept, I went and made a sign. I made a new sign and trying to stand in different spots so there was more light. Just, I don't know, just an hour away. I really wanted to make it. And then I started walking around debating the IHOP thing. Denny's thing, was I going to do that? Was I going to camp? I'm looking at satellite view of maps, and I see all these woods, and then I walk up to the woods, and there's really high fences and barbed wire and stuff. There's really no way to really get into any of these woods to camp. So between the truck driver and the other guy, I've been given like 50-something bucks. Sometimes people just hand me money when I'm hitchhiking, usually as I'm getting out, and I've learned just to take it because it gets a little awkward. And you're like, no, okay, no. And I'm like, all right, this is dumb. I have this money for this budget hotel, which was like pretty much just a little bit less than exactly what I've been given. So I'm like, screw it. I'm tired. There's nowhere to camp. I'll just go for it. So I got this little budget motel room. I think it was called Budget, actually. Budget Inn or something? I don't know what it was. One of those cheesy, like, off-brand little ones. So, popped into there, crashed for the night, got a shower, all that good stuff. The trucker had given me a little food, too, just some, like, Cheetos and Cinnabon or something. Chowed down. Got up in the morning, and sure enough, I got a ride right away. And it was actually these two guys who had passed me the night before. They're like, were you out here hitchhiking yesterday? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, oh, we passed you. We couldn't see your sign. And I felt bad. And I'm like, yeah, man, that would have been great. Would have been at my buddy's night early, drinking beer, chilling. But they got me then. School handed me a Taco Bell burrito when I popped in and told them some stories and stuff, and they dropped me off right at the exit closest to my buddy's place. He scooped me up, and then we had the whole day, just to chill. So that was cool. Right away, lived in a big old place, kind of a new place he's renting. It was like 5 bedrooms, and he's just one dude, but he likes to have like these pretty epic parties and a real good entertainer. And gave me some homebrew right away. Love trying friends' homebrew. Love trying anybody's homebrew. Anyone who's there to tell me what went into it, how they did it. Just love that. Love beer. Go figure. He had this double-digit stout that was really good. 11% and a lot of flavors. Pretty delicious. And then we ended up going to. I spent that day and then the next day with him. Yeah, going to breweries in Tampa, and then the next day we went to some more breweries around like St. Pete, and just had a really good time. Realized it's been like 4 years since we've seen each other, and yeah, did the same thing the last time. I went to a bunch of good breweries, so I had a really good time. And then he bought me a bus ticket, which was really cool. Saved me the hitchhike across to Fort Lauderdale, where I had another friend I wanted to see. So 7-8 hour bus ride most of the day, basically. And I caught up with my friend over there in Fort Lauderdale and spent a day with her. She took me on nature walk and some good spots like that. It was fun catching up, and popped a brewery in there too. And yeah, hopped the little shuttle train to the Miami airport when the day came. And boom, easy. I was there early. Caught my little frontier flight to Puerto Rico. My buddy and his family were there waiting for me, or right when I popped out. Easy. I guess I'm so used to international flights. So a flight like this kind of within the U.S., just Florida to Puerto Rico, it's kind of refreshing to not have to go through, customs, security, great security, I guess. But yeah, not customs, no lines, no forms. Kind of refreshing. I can't remember the last time I did that. Maybe earlier this year. No, I had like a little jumper flight. But yeah, pretty nice. And yeah, Puerto Rico, man. Pretty cool so far. Actually, today is going to be the first like real day of I guess hobo lifestyle Puerto Rico. Freestyle travel Puerto Rico, because up until now, I think it's been about a week. What was it like? When did I get here? The 18th? It's been close to a week that I've been here. And my friend, he's renting this, his daughter lives over here. One of his daughters lives over here. So he's renting Airbnb for the month that they're here. So I've just been kicking it in one of the rooms here, overlooking the ocean. And we've hit a couple beaches and stuff like that. Bounced back and forth to San Juan. We're in a town called Arecibo on the north coast, about an hour drive from San Juan, where his daughter lives. So we made a couple drives there, and it's been really cool, really scenic. But today they took off they're going to be gone for a couple days. They're going to this island. They're going like horseback riding, just a family and stuff, and some kind of bioluminescent kind of waters that they're going to. So yeah, I'm basically just recording this episode, uploading it, and then I'm going to hit the road and hitchhike for a few days, probably towards the West Coast, see some beaches, see what kind of rides I get, and let that sort of dictate what I do. I've kind of got a loose plan of what I'd like to do, but I'm not really going to stick to it if better things arise. So it's going to be cool. And I got another few weeks here, so everything should be good. So yeah, that's got you all caught up, and yeah, there's a lot of exciting things coming up here real soon. So good times, all. Let me jump into what's coming up next. Here we go. All right, yeah, Puerto Rico. So far, so awesome. Yeah. Like I said, I'll be here for another couple weeks or so, and then I'm flying out to Sacramento. Gonna go hang out with my buddy Aaron for a couple days. There's this Lloyd Christmas Dumb and Dumber beer release at Alvarado Street Brewing in Monterey, and that is the entire purpose of me going to Sacramento. So I'll hang with him for like a night or two, I think it is, in Sac, and then we'll road trip out there to the coast, celebrate a big time style, drinking this beer and others, I'm sure. Really excited about that. I might even try to talk to them about being on the show, being on the hopping show, because we will be going through there, Nick and I. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. Yeah, once again, just check out that Kickstarter if you want to. It's going to be awesome, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. So that's happening, and then looking like Christmas in Wyoming, and straight on down to Vegas just in the days after Christmas. I think Nick, I don't know if he's booked the flight yet, but it's supposed to be December 28th landing in Vegas. So we'll be in Vegas for a day or two filming at that Abel Baker Brewing Company and moving on from there. So everything's clicking. Everything's looking real good. So that's what's happening. All right. Next episode, I don't know. Maybe I'll pop out another episode while I'm still here in Puerto Rico, or maybe it'll be as late as Sacramento or Wyoming when I get to you. But I got a feeling I'll pop out another one here in Puerto Rico, catch you up on what the hitchhiking's like out here and what I get into. It's going to be fun. All right. Good times. Follow Hobo Lifestyle. More videos are coming on through there on the YouTube channel. I'm keeping the pictures and stuff rolling on Instagram, Facebook, all that junk, all that stuff. It's all happening. All right, you guys, have fun out there, and I will see you down the road. I need a new escape. With all my shit straight, I'll get my big red